Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Chad.
It's Kris.
And Alberto.
And you are now listening to Chilln With Chad. Thank you. Thank you.
Chad, when you first brought up this idea of this podcast, one of the things that drew me to it, and like I was like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna invest my time into this. Is how real you want it to be, with the audience and just with the people that are gonna take a chance and listen. So with that, I wanted to introduce a new segment to the show, with y'all in mind, called Tap In, where we just every week we'll try to set goals for each other, right? It could be a small goal, it could be a big goal, whatever you want it to be, right? And every week we'll just tap in and see if we accomplish that goal. Because this is what this show is all about. It's about being better than we were before. So with that in mind, I would like to share my goal for the week, and that is something that's just been really heavy on my mind, and it's Kris, awesome as a dad, and how much help he gives Carissa, and like picking up the kids and just being there and cooking dinner, and like he's always talking about, oh, I cooked this, I did that, you know what I mean? And that's awesome, you know what I mean? And having friends like that, you will always want to encourage each other to continue to do that. And lately I haven't felt like I've helped enough, so I guess for myself, I want to be a better husband this week. I want to be, because I'm not gonna lie, every day I get off work, I'm like, I'm fucking tired. I have no energy for anything. And I am blessed enough to have a wife who if I want to melt down into my couch or my bed, she's gonna let me for, a certain amount of days. After a while, yes.
Damn, days, not even hours. Yeah. We go straight days, y'all.
Because she understands.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But like I kind of feel guilty because of that. So I want to do more, and I want to make sure that every day she comes home to something that is less stressful for her. So hopefully I accomplish this week, and hopefully I continue to do this throughout this journey of Chilln With Chad, and my life personally, right? But
it's all about growth.
Growth, baby.
Yeah, I mean, my goal. We're going to Disney World on Friday. So my goal this week is kind of tying in with being a good husband, but my wife hates packing with a passion. Stresses her out more than anything in the world. I'm one of the most casual packers, and it drives her insane. So this weekend, we did a lot of laundry, got the kids packed. My goal for this week is to help her finish getting packed for Disney, packing the car for her and everything, and trying to take as much stress off of her. We both have some crazy work life going on this week as well. Trying to prepare for a vacation, like being a boss, it's really hard. You gotta make sure all your ducks are in a row before you leave. So doing that, but on top of that, staying with Carissa, making sure I can take as much stress away from her as possible to make this trip well worth it and less stressful.
Good man. Mine is kind of on a personal note. Like it's me. If you've been listening to Chilln With Chad this long, you know.
Which you should be.
Yeah. I deal with depression issues at times, so I feel like in some ways it holds me back because like I kind of like I'm in my head a lot, and I kind of get in this sense where I get like super down and I'm like in the dark, but I still try to cope and keep going throughout life. So I'm kind of like right now I'm in a gray area. Like I feel like today's like I've like been like one of those good days today. So I feel like my goal for this week is to continue to stay out of my head so much, and then stop second guessing and stop not necessarily worrying, but just gotta I gotta live life on my terms. I can't continue to be held back or be afraid that something is gonna happen or something might happen. I just gotta take life for what it is and just kind of just take the bull by the horns, as they say, and just keep going and just maneuver through life. And I feel like lately, I feel like I kind of like took a step back from it because I do all right. Like, I mean, I still have my days, I still have my struggles, but there's a lot of times where I kind of like get into my head and I kind of like lack on stuff I'm supposed to do. Like, I don't know. And then like, am I getting too deep? Am I going too deep?
No. This is the point of this segment.
Okay.
Especially being the first one to really get it out there and let people understand what you're doing.
Oh yeah, man. Like I try not to hide that fact because like most of my family and like the people that have been around me for years and years know I've kind of struggled with it off and on like the past few years, but it really started ramping up like a lot. Like probably like right after I came over with y'all. Like,
so you've been depressed since you started working for us?
See, I knew you were gonna take it there.
Since you met us, you've been depressed. I'm sorry.
It's not. It just.
No, I'm depressed. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, I wasn't trying to make it say like it's y'all.
We got you, man. We're trying to bring light to this.
No, and I appreciate it because
that's what we're here for, man.
Like I said, if at the end of the day, if I can't laugh at myself, then like
laugh at someone else.
Yeah, that works too. So with me, like delving deep into like, and I appreciate Alberto for like coming up with this like goal thing because it'll help me like stay on top of like the goals I want to accomplish like with myself and then my mental health. And so I'm gonna stay out of my head this week and just keep on pushing like I've been pushing and make things better.
Hell yeah. No, I feel that.
Awesome.
Like I feel that. Like sometimes I get in the rut myself, and one of the best like moods or attitudes I could put myself in is, or tell myself is, it has to get done. You know what I mean? Like if you think that to yourself constantly, you can get over whatever rut or hill you have to climb over. It's like, whether it takes me a day, a year, 5 years, whatever it is, it's still at the end of the day it has to get done. You know, so if you just kind of keep that mentality, you can get through whatever you're trying to get through.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. It kind of helps you get to the next day or live another day.
Hey, we set new highs on the show, man.
For sure.
And for that, I'm gonna bring in the first double tap.
Okay.
Tap in. I'm double tapping.
All right.
I'm also not going to drink this week.
Okay.
So I'm putting that out there so everyone can hold me accountable, but I'm double tapping for that.
For sure. Yeah. I'll try to get him to drink as soon as I got it.
It's okay. You didn't know. But yeah, that is a tap in with Alberto.
Hey, this is K-Rose, and my goal for the week is to walk my dogs 4 times this week.
It's Cornelia, and my goal of the week is to prove I can outshoot a cop.
It's your boy Jordan. Yes, sir. My goal of the week is to get 40 hours. I need 9 to 5, big brother. Chad, we want to leave at 3. Let him come in 9 to 3. I need 40 hours. My goal is to get 40 hours. I'll do 10 to 5. He do 9 to 3. If you fucking with that.
All right. So today's topic is going to be, what is your guilty pleasure? I mean, guilty pleasure could be a lot of things. Like it could be, but the main thing we're looking for today is what's something that you do in your own spare personal time that you wouldn't necessarily do in front of, like, say, okay, so everybody's, Alberto, let's use you for example. We're all chilling at your house. We're watching a big football game or something like that. what's something you would wait to do when everybody left that you wouldn't do while everybody was sitting there? Or Kris, let's use you for an example. Kris, you're having a big barbecue at your house and everybody's there.
Everyone's invited, by the way.
Yeah, everybody's there. We're eating good. What's something that you would wait to do when everybody was gone, than in front of everybody, like while we're out chilling out?
Yeah, so. I mean, there's, yeah. So my biggest guilty pleasure would probably be, maybe like a genre of music for me. Don't get me wrong. Like my favorite, I like hip hop. I like punk rock music. Like screamo. Those are my go-to. But when I'm by myself, even just driving around during the day at my job, playing some Britney Spears, some 2000s pop, man. Yeah. And it's, baby. Yeah. Hit me, baby, one more time. You know what I mean? Like, you're talking about Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears, Kesha, Backstreet Boys, NSYNC.
A whole bunch of Kesha.
A whole bunch of Kesha.
I remember those days well.
So it's it's one of those where, you get made fun of for it. Especially being a guy, like, oh, you're listening to like this stupid pop music. Like, what are you doing? Now, maybe not so much. I could care less what people think. Yeah. But growing up, it was always something like, oh, you got to listen to the mainstream stuff. Yeah. And go from there. So for me, my guilty pleasure would probably be my music choice of, I love me some 2000s pop music, man.
Yeah, I definitely feel that because
it's good. It's fun music, It's not down music. It's pretty upbeat. It's it's good.
You know what you're getting into.
I mean, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I got a pocket full of sunshine, man. Yeah. So, Natasha Bedingfield, for anyone that doesn't know that.
So that's why I say, staying on that music topic, like I was a guy, like, I mean, everybody knows I'm black.
What?
Chad, we're just finding out everybody's
holy.
And I pretty much like grew up in the hood. Have you been black your whole life? Yeah, but I mean, okay, let's not go super off topic. Okay.
Next week episode, we find out who I am.
So,
Casa de Modelo, please.
So, like growing up in the hood, like you all you listen to was like rap and R&B pretty much. So there was nobody really wavered off of that too much. Nobody really wavered off of that too much. But me, like as a kid, like I'll be there as a kid. I'll be watching MTV, like fucking Red Hot Chili Peppers will come on TV, and I'm like, damn, this shit ain't bad. Like fucking you, man. Me and my sister, my older sister, we would fucking hear "Give It Away" and fucking go cry like fucking give it away. We used to fucking love that song. So I was exposed like because I was like one of those like kids that would just watch fucking everything. Yeah. Like so like all the different music they come. Oh fuck, I can go fucking Inner Sandman and fucking Black Hole Sun from I used to love all those songs as a kid.
Stone Temple Pilots and
so man, I had something in my I had a song in my head. Oh, is it? Wait a minute.
Machine Head.
It's dun, 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 dun. Okay, I don't know.
No, keep going.
No, I can't.
Keep going.
I can remember.
Yeah.
I can remember the melody in my head, but I can't remember the exact song.
So would you say though? So like, growing up in the like black community, so like, did you have to hide your love, or not necessarily love, but your enjoyment for bands like that?
Certain times,
because you get made fun of.
Yeah, because what the hell you listen to? Yeah. Like I couldn't like we outside, everybody's outside, we playing around. Somebody's got their radio or something outside. I can't be like, oh, like we go from like we're listening to like say we're listening to Ghetto Boys at one time. So I can't be the one to go out and be like, oh man, let's throw on some Nirvana or some shit like that. Yeah. Oh yeah, or Foo Fighters. Like they'll look at me fucking like, what the fuck? We're not about to listen to this shit. So I wouldn't say it was a secret that I like all different types of music.
Fucking emo, Chad.
I wouldn't say it was a secret, but but I definitely knew how to pick and choose who I would listen to what in front of.
Yeah.
No.
So
That's when you originally asked the question, that's what makes it complicated and weird.
Yeah.
But like I told you, it's kind of weird. Like I can't really think of one necessarily. I'm on a similar page with Kris. But what makes a guilty pleasure guilty? Like the two examples y'all gave are two different reasons why.
Yeah.
Right. You, Kris, are speaking in a sense of because you are a man, girl pop music.
Yeah.
And it's so it's more on the gender side of the
I mean
situation. But with Chad, with him explaining his situation, it's because he's a black man listening to rock in the community and he knows that it's not going to be
they're not going to look favorably upon like. So like even like we got 97.5 here.
Right.
Like back then, like that was like one of the only stations that like teachers would even allow us to even listen to. Like we couldn't listen to like fucking K104 or 97.9 or whatever else we was getting down here at the time. Like it was 97.5, so you would hear all these songs and then like shit, I hear them so much, like I fucking start learning these songs. So I can take it back. So one day I'm in class.
Mom, can you put on 102.5 The Bear? Waco's rock station.
What is it? What's the other one? Waco 100. Ain't that's like the
country.
Yeah.
99.9.
So, we're in class. We're in one. Damn, I'm in Lake Air. We're in one of these classes, and 97.5's on. So we're just chilling in class. All known pop songs back then. Come on. So fucking one of my favorite songs ever, even to this day. Fucking Eagle Eye Cherry, Save Tonight. That was my
bro.
When I tell you,
that's not even. I'm not even ashamed to listen to that.
When I tell you, that was my shit, man. When I was like, what was it, like 99 to man, that was my shit. Anytime I heard, I'm fucking singing that shit like and everybody sitting in the class like, man, what the fuck is like, you know this shit right here? Like, yeah. Like, damn, like, you really be listening to shit like that? Yeah. Like, and then, like, at first, they was still, like, kind of like, I don't know about that, man. But then as I was like...
Now, if it was like Kid Rock, you might have got jumped, but...
I think was...
He's like, I'm a rocker through and through.
But because they were like, damn, this motherfucker, he really over there, like, nodding his head, singing this shit at this time. And I was like, fucking going crazy. Like, that's my shit, man.
Yeah.
So, that's like one of those stories I can always point to about me, like, still being the same as everybody, but still, like, slightly being different and always just having it to fall back on it. I was always different from everybody else.
Yeah.
So,
no, I guess I'll go ahead and reveal this now. I'm Mexican.
¿Qué?
Yes.
¿Qué?
No se puede.
Size in Spanish.
Yeah, you ever seen the video No, it's another video. It's another TikTok video. It's like, ¿qué?
But
I'm pretty sure I've said I'm
with
white.
that-
I'm white in every podcast that we've said.
I think so. I think every single one of them.
They can tell from the laugh.
I think every single one of you are like,
no, but within that, like, I feel that as well. Like listening to Panic at the Disco, like one of the things.
If it's not Mark Anthony or Bad Bunny, he's getting lashings.
No, but it was crazy because I would listen to that and of course Mexican moms think that it's like that devil music and like turn that shit off, like
oh yeah,
because growing up Catholic and whatnot, like if it sounds too many guitars, too many drums, like it's definitely devil music. So like I had to have a guilty pleasure in like listening to rock as a kid as well, growing up in my household and like especially Panic at the Disco because it was like. It was rock, but it was also like a new age of like pop.
Yeah, they kind of like hybrid type.
It was like them and
Fall Out
Paramore
Boy
and all that Fall Out Boy.
Yeah.
And
so like for our guilty pleasures though, it comes to like a stigma. It's mainstream. It's our guilty pleasure comes from that's not what society necessarily wanted you to listen to at the time, or at least the upbringing that you were in. Mm-hmm. So you kind of had to hide it, and you're kind of embarrassed about it. And now I went so long, like kind of suppressing it. Now I'm just whatever, man. I don't know. To me, it's, the stigma of listening to certain kinds of music as a certain person, it it changes the way you look at life. And the more I grow up, the more I'm just like, I'm not here to impress anyone but myself. You know, I want to be happy, so I'm going to do what makes me happy.
Okay.
And if listening to Kesha makes me happy, that's what I'm going to do.
Fuck yeah, man. No, me
My name's
myself.
Kris, and I'm a straight man.
Yeah. No, me. I guess my guilty pleasure definitely would be. I love the shit out of girl empowerment music. Like for real.
Of
like
what?
Girl empowerment music. Like,
Oh God.
you know, like Lizzo's like "Truth Hurts." Like,
Yeah.
my man, great till they gotta be great. That's my
that
shit.
shit. Yeah.
Like, I don't know why. Like, I just be like, yeah,
Because you're a
tell
queen.
Lizzo. Yeah, I'm a fucking queen.
Yeah.
No, but I just think it's cool. You know what I mean? Because I the reason I think I'm like that is because I was raised by a lot of women in my life. So, like, my idea of like a strong woman, I've seen it. I've seen it throughout my whole life, within my sister, within my aunts, within, you know, all these females in my life that have helped me become who I am. So, like, I know what, you know, a woman's strength looks like, because it's helped carry me to where I am now. And it continues with my wife. You know what I mean? So, like, I guess that's why for me, myself, I personally just love that shit. And I feel it. You know what I mean?
I talked to Alberto about that earlier this morning. Like, we first were discussing that, and I was like, "Hey, yeah, that first Lizzo album, that shit was tough." But, you know, man.
Yeah, Dua Lipa, when Dua Lipa dropped her first album, yeah, I love that shit. I fucking listened to that shit for.
Oh, I know you did.
Yeah. Every time he came in, he's like, "Who's this?" I was like, "Dua Lipa." He's like, "Duolingus?" I'm like, "No, Dua Lipa."
Oh man.
So, Chad, what is?
Well,
Don't shy away from it. Dive
no. It's got to be said. I mean, most people.
The point is to be vulnerable and
Yeah.
show these people who we really are.
So, so my guilty pleasure is that I like watching teen TV dramas.
So
Like
like
Vampire Diaries.
Like Vampire Diaries was one of my favorite
my
shows.
Y'all
secret
should see his
life,
shirt
my
right
secret
now.
life of an
He's got
American
Zach
teenager.
Yes, sir. I was tuned in every Monday night, bro. Watching,
This dude is wearing a Gossip Girl shirt.
Yeah.
I was tuned in every Monday, Thursday when Gossip Girl was going on. I used to watch. Yeah, bro.
One Tree Hill. I love that show.
Damn, bro. One Tree Hill, bro. I was a Raven, bro. Yeah, bro.
Yes, sir.
was-
Alberto's like, y'all gay.
No, this is so funny to me.
Bro, I was,
Right on, Chad.
I was low key a Raven.
I wasn't
bruh.
expecting like that to be it, but yes.
Bro,
Chad, is the reason you didn't go to elegant events is because you were
So
watching
was it just-
the new episodes of Vampire Diaries?
Is it just strictly shows, or does it leak into
I mean-
the movie world?
Oh,
So are you a
man.
big Twilight fan?
No, okay, no,
Bro,
I don't
rom-coms.
Like Twilight. I do like rom-coms. I definitely do like rom-coms, but I think it started out strictly just like shit I like watch on TV. Like I will see, like I said, I used to watch MTV a lot, so I was watching
Real
like,
World.
Yeah, I used to watch the Real World all the time. I used to watch Real World, watch Road Rules, watch it. There was one, man, I swear nobody can remember this, but I swear to God. There used to be a show on MTV back
Riverdale.
in like No, I watch Riverdale, but yeah, I still watch Riverdale. Matter of fact, speaking of, I got to get back into watching where I left off. There was a show on MTV that used to come on at night at 10:30. It was called MTV Undressed.
Whoa.
And a lot
true.
of people don't remember this show,
True.
but
Yeah, because we were all asleep being
Yes, that's what I'm
little
saying.
kids and saints.
That's what I'm saying. I was
Unlike
like in
you,
the
Chad.
I was watching
Sinner.
Zorro on Nickelodeon.
I was like in the fifth. I was like in the fifth or
Nick
sixth
at
grade when MTV Undressed came out, and I was watching this shit. Like even when I was supposed to be in bed asleep, I was fucking watching MTV.
You were waiting for those Girls Gone Wild commercials.
It
weren't you?
did definitely have. Well, that was later on. That was like that was like BET Uncut days.
TV
where-
was wild back then. y'all.
Bruh, that was like BET Uncut days. Where you watch
porn
BET
commercials.
you watch BET Uncut, and they had a little Girls Gone Wild commercial sprinkled in there. So yeah.
All right, let's not shy away. How many
I know.
times did we watch away the Nelly tip drill video?
Don't even get me started. Man.
But anyways, back to your
So-
teen dramas.
So yeah, I like all the shows you named. Secret Life of American Teenager, Gossip Girl, One Tree Hill. What else was I watching back then? Those are the 90210. I was watching that back then.
Grey's Anatomy.
No, I never got into Grey's Anatomy. That's one thing I did not get into was Grey's Anatomy.
What else? What's that?
I was watching
Dawson's Creek.
I definitely was watching Dawson's Creek. Supernatural doesn't really count as not Supernatural.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
I did like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Not what's the Superman one called? Smallville. I liked watching Smallville.
Oh, so you tuned into the WB?
Oh, it started with that WBCW.
Yeah.
It started there, but then it just started branching out.
So what do you think drags you or like draws you in to?
I guess kind of like the similar, like some of the shows, like similar experiences, like Degrassi, like watching Degrassi, bro. Like I was like, damn, I can see this happening at school. So it was like
You see somebody shooting somebody.
That's when you fell in love with Drake.
Not that.
Well, I guess now, yes.
Not that, but but other stuff like one girl she messes with a dude and gets chlamydia. Like, hey, that might happen. Like,
What about Glee?
This happened in Degrassi.
Yeah.
I didn't watch Freaks and Geeks. I never watched.
I watched Freaks and Geeks a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah,
Go back and watch it. Go back and watch it and you'll be like, why did they not make it?
So being a guilty pleasure, you watch these shows by yourself.
Yes, until like I think
You meet the one.
not necessarily meet the one, but when I feel comfortable enough around a woman that I might like, I may watch something that I normally wouldn't watch in front of other people, like with that person.
Mm-hmm.
Like with my ex, like she'll be sitting there watching stuff with me all the time. She's like, I don't believe you watched it. I'm like, yeah, I watch this all the time. So, and then like if I like yeah, so she was like,
All he does is play video games all day.
Yeah,
Now he
so-
watches Smallville.
yeah, so she was like, so she came in the house one day, and I think I was watching One Tree Hill, and it was went back and rewatched One Tree Hill and everything,
Bro, that show is good. That was
and I'm like sitting there fucking tuned in, just watching it. She's like I can't believe you really just sitting here watching. I'm like, yeah, this was my like when I wasn't outside and hang with my friends or playing sports or doing nothing. I was in the house watching these like TV shows.
When I wasn't being a man and fucking bitches and drinking and smoking weed, I was watching One Tree Hill.
Yeah, bro. So
When I
wasn't
Put my
chilling in
thumb
my
on
room
pause.
listening to Food Fighters and
yeah. Oh yeah. See, that's what I say, bro. I was like a really different kid. Like okay, like so like with the friends and stuff we over, like you gotta play like rap. Like you play we used to listen to screw music back in the day. Like yeah, I'll throw on some screw, I'll throw on some like DSR or Zero or something like that. But when everybody leave, shit, let me turn on this.
some Chad Kroger hero, and they say that a hero can save us.
But no, that's another one though. TV shows are definitely something you gotta hide.
Yeah. I mean, I would
Not so much anymore, but
Yeah, not necessarily hide, but I definitely would like.
I know.
I was selective around the people that I would watch stuff around.
There's some shows you do have to hide. Like for example, like my lady does it. Like she gets mad at me every time there's like any sort of sex scene on any show that I'm watching, and I'm like, woman, do you understand that I don't direct these shows myself? Like, why are you getting mad at me? Like, for example, that's why I stopped watching Shameless, because I'm like, damn, I can't.
Oh, wow.
There's never going to be an episode where I feel confident enough to be like, yeah, let me just watch this while my ladies walk.
Carissa gives me
some
crap
chores
because like
around.
two dudes will kiss and I'll turn. I don't want to watch that. She's like, well, if it's two girls, I was like, yeah, if it's two girls, I'll watch it.
Just watch it, man. It happens.
I think mine was Game of Thrones, and I was watching Game of Thrones, and it seemed like every fucking time it was like a fucking sex scene, and I'd be watching it, and then like somebody be in the house, and like my mom would come in, like, what is?
That's where your socks went.
Or the fucking, or like one of my fucking nieces or nephew would be running around the house, and I'm trying to watch TV, and they come on like, oh, what is that? And I'm like, oh shit, let me turn this shit off. And so I just like, I would wait till it like everybody was gone or asleep, and then I'll fucking watch like fucking Game of Thrones or something like that, because it was just like they they had like the most random amount of sex scenes in a show that I've ever seen. And then the fact that you have to, if they
It draws you in.
if it's somebody that don't know the story, like why are the brother and sister doing this with each other? I guess a whole complex story. Just don't.
Why are you watching shows that have that?
Hey, that's Games
the recommended category.
Alabama. What?
No, bro, that's
the recommended category.
bro. That's Game of Thrones episode 1, bro. Game of Thrones episode 1.
And that's the thing. Like T watched Games of Thrones,
Oh,
and
she
like,
did. And she
and that's the thing. Like, how you gonna watch that and then you gonna give me shit from when I'm watching
50 Shades of
Shameless? Yeah,
yeah. Like I said, that's episode 1 of Game of Thrones. They introduced the.
Thanks for spoiling the episode.
But to our audience, if you have any guilty pleasures that you wanna message us, like, feel free to, if you got something burning and you just want to talk to someone about it, let us know. I mean, I guarantee that we probably have the same ones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, be on the lookout for a post made by Chad on his Facebook page, letting y'all know, and we can recap a few of these guilty pleasures that we have and talk about it. And obviously, we all have a guilty pleasure for a reason, and we just like to dive deep and see where that guilty pleasure comes from, and hopefully, we can help you find it.
So we had a lot to talk about tonight. Starting off with our goals. I think all of us had we have some good goals, man. We all dug deep and really, expressed to everyone what we want to do better in our lives. So, power to us. If you see us in the streets, hold us accountable. And if you guys have goals that you want to set, hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, anything. And if you just need help being held accountable, we're here for you.
Yeah, we'll shoot you a message and be like, hey, have you finished those errands?
Yeah. But no, I mean, a recap of the main topic, the guilty pleasures. I think, we went over the stigmas certain communities can have on you, trying to hide your stuff. It doesn't necessarily help with, sometimes your mental health, you're trying to be something that you're not. As in high school, I was an introvert. If any of y'all know me now, I'm definitely not. But no, I mean, I finally hit a point in my life where I was just like, you know what? I'm done hiding from myself.
I'm a peacock.
You know what? Yeah, I mean, I'm a peacock. You let me fly, man. But no, hiding from yourself. Be true to yourself. I'm not saying it helps with, depression or anxiety, but, I'm a very anxious person. And, just not really caring what other people think about you is probably one of the best things I learned how to do. So for anyone out there, struggling with stuff like that, just be true to yourself. Don't worry about making anyone else happy but yourself. Each one of us have all been in a dark place, and we're all working our way out of it. We might sit up here and you guys might think that we have these little perfect lives, but that is 100% not accurate. This is these podcasts are my escape from. I wouldn't even say an escape from everything. It just getting to talk and put myself out there in the open, being vulnerable is one of the most manliest things that you can do. One of the most proud moments of my life is joining this podcast. I think it's been great. Hanging out with you guys has been good, and we have so many more episodes and topics that we're going to go over. But yeah, Alberto, what'd you think? What'd you think of the episode? How do you feel about these guilty pleasures? And
it's just, I mean, I love talking about stuff like that because it's so complex to me. The way the dynamics work within each given person's life, right? And because each one of us is a different person in this world, so we all go through different experiences.
Yeah.
And so being able to share those experiences and being like, hey, like, this person dealt with something that I was dealing with, maybe in a different scenario, in a different light, but it's still similar to what I dealt with, and those are the stuff that we learn from, and it's important to know that and to understand that. Enjoy your guilty pleasures. It's okay. Like, Like if it brings you happiness, then
Yeah.
it'll bring you happiness. There's no reason to hide that. Like you've heard the saying, like the people that matter don't mind, and the people that mind don't matter. It's that simple. Like
Yep.
just be true to yourself, be happy with yourself. Because like you said, when you try to force something upon yourself, an image, an aura of yourself, like it's not gonna work, and you're never gonna be satisfied with what you want. Like it's something that I was talking to, Austin today. It's like, hey, I want to quit this vaping stuff because I'm not getting the satisfaction that I'm hoping for anytime I hit this thing. And that's a guilty pleasure within itself, but it's not giving me any satisfaction.
Yeah.
Like to where at some point it was, I was like, oh man, this helps me take the edge off my stress anytime like I'm stressing over a certain situation. But now I've done it so much to where it's just out of habit. Like it's like a fidget almost.
Yeah, no, I mean it's habit, it's habitual, it's I wouldn't say it's an addiction, but it can be for sure. Everyone has their little ticks, but so we got Alberto jumping in on that, and then I just want to recap the goals, and I think everyone should wake up every morning and set a daily goal, set a weekly goal, a monthly goal. You have your short-term, long-term goals. Chad, what do you take away from setting goals and accomplishing them? How does that make you feel?
I feel like it helps me like try to keep a level head, and then like I try not. I mean, I don't want to be like super focused, but like sometimes I kind of need it to like stay on task and do what I want to do.
Yeah,
it's like goal planning is still kind of like rough for me because like I said, I'm still like kind of in like that headspace where I'm still unsure about everything.
Yeah, but I mean, so I'm jumping in and interrupting you. So even I think we talked about in one of the very first episodes was I brought up every day I have a journal that I use for work. And so even in your personal life, even if you just wrote down make your bed or brush your teeth and you cross that off your list, you'd be I know you're working on it. You'd feel a lot better every time you cross something off that list, no matter how small, how big it is.
Yeah.
It's it's an ego boost. It helps bring you to where you need to be. So
well, yeah, I do definitely plan on like setting these setting like a weekly goal or a monthly goal, even like a yearly goal. Like so
it doesn't even have to be personal. It could be professional.
Yeah,
it could be
definitely because the amount of things I think about on a daily, like wishing.
Chad, there's children that listen to this. You can't be talking about that.
Wishing like that I can make life better for myself because it's just been like so down lately. It's just like I said, that's why I put my main goal for this week is for me to stay out of my head because it sometimes it just.
And what kind of things are you gonna do to make sure you stay because
I think you just gotta take it one day at a time, man.
I mean, yeah, but like that if you go home and you do the exact same things that you've done in the past that have led you to get into that headspace.
I definitely have.
What kind of stuff can you avoid this week?
I definitely
to not get into that headspace.
I definitely have like severely limited like the amount of distractions that I have like away from work and to keep me out of trouble in a sense. But
surround yourself with positivity, man.
Yeah, it's like I definitely have. There was like somebody that was like, okay, I'm going there a little bit. There was somebody that was very negative in my life. Not that they wanted to be negative, but I feel like they were negative enough to where it was affecting my ability not to be negative because they were so negative at times. So I cut off communication from this person. Like I haven't spoken to this person in quite a while, and I feel like I'm in a better headspace for it because I don't feel like that negativity is bringing me down.
Yeah.
So if I can continue on doing that, like limit my distractions and just try to be more positive about things. Because I mean, there's times like where it's just not just not gonna happen. But I mean that happens in life. So I try to always think about a positive outlook about everything. Even if I'm upset about it, even if something's got me down, like I still try to find like something positive that'll keep me motivated to not repeat the same mistakes over and over.
Man, it's a weird analogy, but depression is like a credit score, man.
Yeah.
It's so easy to go down, and it's super difficult to build up. So the further you dig yourself down, you know, like you take 2 steps forward, 4 steps back. I mean, that's the truth. And you know, it's people out there can be like, well, why don't you just be happy? Like, no, that's not how it works.
Yeah.
Now you can make it a goal every day to try to surround yourself with happy people, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be happy right off the bat.
Yeah, because you got to know what makes you happy.
Exactly. So, yeah, man, that's deep. But I mean, I think to wrap everything up is, you know, one of our main points of focus in this podcast has been men's mental health from the start. You know, as we've gotten into it, you know, being a better husband for myself, or myself being a better husband for my wife, Alberto the same, you know, Chad, you know, pulling yourself out of this depression.
Yeah,
you know, it's not easy, man. It's
no. Like you said, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but trying to be a better Chad.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
And then that's like, and that's in essence, that's where Chilln With Chad was built on, like for Chad, me, to have a outlet to let out some of these things that cloud my mind, or some of these conversations that I'm having like by myself when I'm sitting alone in my apartment.
Hey, if any of us cry during this, you guys.
Nah, just let it be. I mean, it might.
Yeah, that's why we don't do no video.
it might.
But that's coming soon.
It might happen though. Like sometimes, like I do, like when I touch too deep onto a topic, like I do feel like every now and then I do kind of get that little.
I think it's the topic of the amounts of drinks you've had.
Nah, it's definitely not that. I definitely don't need.
Your shit next time.
I don't need the drink to get emotional. So yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's my recap for the week, and you know I want to shout out to all the kings out there. Stay positive. Surround yourself with positivity. Queens, same thing.
Absolutely.
But you know, guys out there, don't be afraid to ask for help. You know, shout out to any one of us. Yeah. So that's all I got for you, Chad.
And to add on to what Kris is saying, like we definitely encourage you to give us your feedback and give us add on to any topics we discuss. Like I definitely will be posting later on about just a question of like what's a goal that you want to accomplish this week, and also what's your guilty pleasure. So if we love the engagement, we would love for more engagement. So if y'all give us the feedback and give us more ammunition to do what we need to do, and we'll keep coming to y'all and just keep on supporting us like you've been doing. Thank you. Encore. Thank you.